Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Hope you guys are really well. I haven't been on screen at all really, have I, during this time? I'm just enjoying sort of kicking back and just showing the cards. You can see me in a little square. If you're looking at the box and you can see a girl with a cheesy grin and cards, that's me, Carol, okay? Usually I am on screen, but lately I've just fancied just showing off the lovely decks that I've got so you can really take a good look at everything. So, we're doing a week ahead, 1st to the 7th of June. Happy June, everyone. And we're going to use 3 different decks. The Golden Wheel, I've had this ages, just haven't used it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's such a nice deck. So I started using this for my clients last week and it's just a really nice deck. We're also using the Gilded Tarot Royale. This is a new deck. Got this about a week and a half ago also. Chira Marchetti and Barbara Moore. Text by Barbara Moore. It's really, really nice. Really love using this deck. And also my trusty old mucker, the This Might Hurt tarot deck by Isabella Rotman. I'm going to have to get another deck of this. I'm going to have to get a backup copy because this one's getting a bit ripped on this. Not ripped, but it's getting a bit crusty on the sides. Because when you use tarot so much, your edges get really kind of funny and worn and that type of thing, and it was actually a really nice edged, you know, deck. It had like a lovely kind of blue kaleidoscopy type thing, but now it doesn't look like that anymore because this is the deck I use the most, especially with private clients. I use this one the most. I love this deck, so we're using that. I thought for spiritual advice, or just advice for the week, guys, we'd use the Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr. Bought this a few months ago, haven't used it as much, but I'm sure it's going to work out really well. So guys, sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. We're going to do your week ahead. We're going to look at the 1st of June, happy June, through to the 7th of June. For the reading, we're going to look at your general, your work and your love for the week, okay? So for the general reading, we use the Golden Wheel Tarot. For your work reading, we use the Gilded Tarot Royale, and for love, we use the This Might Hurt Tarot. Okay, let's get shuffling. Okay, Libra, cards are down. Let's have a look. So for the general advice, pardon me if I sip on my water, it's very warm today. The Hierophant. So I feel that generally you need to get some answers this week because the Hierophant always means, or pretty much means, getting an answer. So you may need to get some answers this week. The Hierophant energy, 6 of Cups energy. Maybe that you need to get some answers. I'm getting from family here with the 6 of Cups because the 6 of Cups can be about the past or family. So this would be a week to get some answers about the past or from family. I would say, let's say the past. Maybe you need to get some answers about the past with the 6 of Cups energy showing there, okay? Looks like you need to get it from an individual here. I don't think that this is you. It could be a fellow, air sign, possibly an Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, though. Or it could be another Libra or another Libra or Gemini, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I think you need to get some answers from the past. Looks like it's a King of Swords. Looks like it may be either a partner, you know, a partner from the past, or could be a family member or a friend, whoever it is. It looks like you need to get some answers from the past from this individual here. The Knight of Cups energy. So the Knight of Cups is giving something. Can you see how the interaction is giving something to this king, but the king has the sword up showing here. So I've got a Knight of Cups giving something, so offering something to the king. The King of Wands energy showing here. Neither one of, I mean, I don't think that this is you. I am seeing a clash though. I am seeing a clash. Do you know what I think is going on here? Because when you get a King of Swords and a King of Wands together in a reading, Libra, this can show it though. It's water and fire energy. Those energies are extraordinarily volatile energies. I've seen these cards together in readings and I've seen arguments happening. So it feels to me, with the King of Cups energy being the card of trying to soothe or trying to sedate a situation, because King of Cups is about softness and it's about offering some form of a solution. Because when you get cups, they're offering something here, and it's almost like the King of Cups is the go-between between these two kings. All right, so this is the person who's going to remedy. So I think that in order to remedy a situation with the Knight of Cups energy between possibly two individuals here, this could be you, the King of Swords, and this could be somebody else, the King of Wands, because I'm seeing a volatile situation between either you and somebody else, or maybe a couple of people that you know. Maybe there are a couple of family members or a couple of friends. Whether it's you and somebody else or a couple of friends or a couple of family members, I'm seeing a very volatile situation here, Libra. And I think in order to remedy that situation between you and someone else or a couple of people around you, it's important to get answers from the past. All right. You may need to get answers from the past or answers from family members, that type of thing. So I think it's an important situation this week. I think that the general reading is really saying it's important to really dig in deep and get some very important answers. Whatever this argument is, or whatever this kind of, I think there might be a little bit of friction going on between a couple of people here. One of you, as I've said, one of them might be you. In order to remedy it, in order to kind of try to find the solution and to try and diffuse it, that's the word I'm looking for. In order to diffuse whatever this friction is between these two people, whether it's you and someone else or a couple of other people here, it's important to go into the past and get some answers, okay? To go right back to the beginning and find out. I think the Six of Cups is really talking about finding out, and I think with the Hierophant, it's really saying that generally it's important to get some answers from the source. So find out what the source of because the past will be the source. So get some answers on what the source of the problem is. Where did it begin, and how can you remedy it from there? Let's have a look at your work situation this week. So the Judgment card. So there might be a big decision that's coming up this week for some of you guys with the Judgment energy showing here. The Page of Wands. I'm getting some news, and I think that with the Judgment energy, it's coming out of the blue, because the Judgment energy is aspected by the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is news, it's information coming in, good news, and it's out of the blue. It should be some good news, really, or it could simply be news. Usually I would read maybe the Page of Swords as being not so good news, but nevertheless, I think that there's some unexpected news coming in. The Judgment card shows something coming up, just coming up out of the blue, like unexpectedly. And we've got the news card of the Page of Wands energy showing here the information. Queen of Coins. It could be about a job, for example, or it's coming from this person here. The Emperor energy here. So Queen of Coins, the Emperor, the establishment, authority figure. The Strength card. So it's interesting. The Strength card is all about control, so needing to control, and two cards actually representing control, Emperor and the Strength energy here. I'm getting some news coming in, like out of the blue. Suddenly you're getting some news. You might have been waiting on some news actually, I think, Libra, to come in concerning work. Seems like it's coming from a woman in power, maybe a woman who's in a place of power with that Emperor energy here. I get the impression it may be something to do with what's taken something so long to come about. Because Strength card can also, for me, be the card of that. I mean, this could be overcoming obstacles, though. So it may be that there's an obstacle that's being overcome here. And perhaps this person in power is telling you that something has finally been overcome. So I actually feel that out of the blue, this week with the Judgment energy, and also this is like an instantaneous message coming in for some of you Librans this week from a woman in power. I think this Queen of Coins and the Emperor energy showing here, a woman in power is saying we finally overcome an obstacle. It might be that because of the things that have been happening lately over the last few weeks, some of you guys haven't been able to go back into the workplace or that type of thing, and some of you guys might actually be going back to work this week. It might be that finally we've overcome obstacles, i.e. how are we going to do, how are we going to kind of, work around the guidelines that need to be put in place so people can work safely within certain places. So I think that there's news coming. And it might be that you weren't expecting it to come this week, Libra, which is why we've got the Judgment and the Page of Wands energy showing there. So it's almost like news is coming unexpectedly in a way. Suddenly you're getting this news. It's coming from somebody in a place of power, this Queen of Coins and the Emperor. The boss is the Emperor. Or it could be coming from a couple of people here. A Queen of Pentacles energy and, Queen of Pentacles, a manager, somebody who's in a higher echelon of the job, and the boss, or this person could be the boss, for example, saying we've finally overcome obstacles and everything's good to go. Let's have a look. You know, I mean, we've also the line is the, you know, it's the often the fear, it's the obstacle, and we've got a handle over. We've got a handle on the obstacles. Everything's good to go. Let's have a quick look at what love is saying this week. Five of Swords is often hurt or abandonment or doubt. Let's have a look at the next one. So Five of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I'm getting a very, there could be a jealous individual here. I mean, we've got this Queen of Cups energy showing here. We've got a Five of Swords. So this could be a jealous woman, for example, showing up here with the Five of Swords and the Queen of Cups energy showing here. Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups is offering something, offering love, or asking for an apology here. Two of Swords, that's you, Libra, isn't it? Two of Swords is first deacon in Libra. I think you're going to block this out. I think you're going to ignore this apology for some reason. And you are, it feels to me like you're freeing yourself of a situation here with the Fool energy. Or you're refusing to start again with the Fool. I'm seeing somebody, this is either, I think with the Five of Swords and the Queen of Cups, this isn't you obviously, but this is definitely you because Two of Swords is Libra. But, and you're making a decision based from head and heart not to start again with this person, not to give them another chance. I don't think you're going to give this, because it's this person here who's offering you. And I don't even think this is love. I mean, I don't think it's romantic love. I think it might be a friendship. I think this might have been somebody who hurt you. This might have been a very hurtful person here. Who's now coming forward and saying, please forgive me, can we be friends again? And what I'm getting with this, Libra, is that some of you guys are making a very, because the Two of Swords means a balanced decision between head and heart as well. Basically, you're making a very sort of balanced assessment and very balanced decision concerning this, and you're saying actually, because this is also blocking, so you're also saying I'm making a very balanced decision here and I'm not really interested in your apology. I don't want to start again. I'm not going to give you another chance with those cards. Let's quickly get this reading again before we do the spiritual advice. So this week, in terms of general, I'm seeing friction either between you, King of Swords energy, and this is like when you get two kings and you're represented as a king, it's very formidable. Two people are really locking horns, showing here highly opinionated cards, really kind of two people that want to be in charge. And when you get Swords and Wands, whoa, they're really, really, really formidable energies to have. And they're two kings, so they're locked in a war together. So I've got either you and somebody else or a couple of people around you who are in some form of a war. It looks like the Knight is trying to keep these people apart, you and this person or a couple of people, trying to keep the King of Swords, King of Wands apart, wants to offer some form of a remedy. I mean, it could also be this King of Wands wants to offer a remedy to you here. Okay. I think I'm going to read this two ways. I'm going to say that I am seeing friction between you and somebody else. And if there was an argument, it was a pretty formidable one. And I feel that it could be that this King of Wands here is looking for a remedy or wants to offer an apology to you, the King of Swords showing here. If that's the case, I feel that you need to ask, you need to get the answers, or you need to ask for advice as well with that Hierophant energy, possibly from somebody close to you or from somebody in the family as to what you should do about the situation. I think that if you're the one that's trying to remedy an argument between two people around you here, okay, two friends who have fallen out or family members, I think that you need to get the answers from the past, or maybe get the answers from the family or from, you know, where the source, where everything began. So you need to find out where everything began, because the Hierophant is all about finding those answers as well. It's about lock and key, getting the answers, and maybe somewhere those answers, the source of the tension, the argument lies somewhere in the past, lies somewhere in the history of these two people, and it may be that there's a bit of detective work needed on that. In terms of work, I'm getting like this message coming up that you probably weren't expecting coming in this week's Judgment and the Page of Wands. This could be also Judgment, a final decision is made. It's good news with the Page of Wands. It seems to be coming from either two people, a Queen of Coins and an Emperor, so a boss and its underboss, or a Queen of Pentacles who is the boss, that they're finally, you know, obstacles have been overcome and, you know, things are good to go. So it might be some of you are returning to work if you've not been at work. because they've found a way to overcome problems maybe within how they're going to do social distancing and that type of thing in the workplace. Finally, for love, this doesn't look like I mean, it could be romantic love for some of you guys. I mean, queens and kings don't have to be male or female, you know, strictly female. Let's just say somebody who hurt you, I think, with this Five of Swords energy. I feel that somebody who abandoned you as well with the Five of Swords, somebody who hurt you and abandoned you as well with the Five of Swords, finally they're opening up their heart with the Queen of Cups energy, and they are offering some form of an apology to you with this Knight of Cups. But I see you really going inside, Libra, with that Two of Swords. You're making a balanced decision, so a balanced decision between your head and heart here. And I think you're going to make a decision that not to give them, because the Two of Swords is blocking that fall. I think you're going to give them a decision not to, think you're going to make a decision, sorry, not to give them another chance. Okay, showing here. All right, so you may decide this week you won't give somebody another chance, okay? Let's have a quick look at what the spiritual advice is. So it says you can't please everyone. So the reading says, when you're focused on living up to other people's standards, you aren't spending enough time raising your own. Some folks expect you to act in a certain way and march to the beat of their boring drum. They find safety in sameness, but you have beautiful music inside you. Your flair is meant to be shared. Don't shrink to fit in or get approval. Instead, dump your need to please and just be your magnificent self. Love that advice. Fantastic. I think the theme of the reading this week, especially looking at maybe the general area here, especially if this is you, the King of Swords, and you've had some friction with the King of Wands, because you'll both be very highly opinionated people for sure. Both of you will, because this is fire and this is air. All right, both very, very strong, masculine, and they're the, you know, Pentacles and Cups are usually more feminine energies, so very strong, formidable, masculine energies, locking horns, and the Knight of Cups is just in between. So I feel that in this area here, again, it's about remedying a situation. And in this area here, again, it's about being hurt by someone and this person wanting to open their heart and ask for forgiveness, but you're saying no to that. So I think the theme of the reading this week is all about forgiveness and whether you can open your heart to forgiveness of another. Because I think certainly if this is you here, it may be that this king here wants to offer some form of an apology. So an apology coming from this King of Wands, and we can see the Knight of Cups is in this direction towards you, if that's you, maybe coming towards you. So an apology from the King of Wands, apology Knight of Cups from the King of Wands, coming towards you. Maybe you need to get answers here of an energy from, you know, people that are close to you as to what you should do. And in this area here, again, it's showing that you've been hurt with the Five of Swords, I think. But the person that hurt you, I think now is opening their heart to you, and they're going to come forward and they're going to say sorry, and they're going to offer you an apology and a reason. But you may decide, through a balanced heart and mind to say, I don't want to give this person another chance. So I think that this week it's about forgiveness, but it's also about the decisions that you make. Not so much about the workplace, obviously, but certainly in these two areas, which weigh out this area here. I think the running theme is about forgiveness and the decision that you make on whether, you know, you have a decision to make in terms of whether you decide that you're going to forgive or not this week. All right. The ball is in your court, by the way. So that's what it is. All right, that's your reading, my darlings. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you like your own personal reading, just hook up on the on my website. The link is in the description bar below and also in the end screen. Take care, guys. Have a great week. Bye-bye.